That'll stop it. Okay, guys. Can you hear? Oh, how many we got? You half. I'm full. Hi, Miss Farm, please.
Dương, my
Say
name is
something.
Dương. My name is Dương, teacher.
Your name is, pardon?
Dương, the
Zoom.
last one in my name. The last word. Yeah.
Zoom.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Peter. I am from New Zealand, and hopefully I'm supposed to be teaching you IELTS speaking. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how? Well, your English was your English quite good?
I'm not sure much. I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
I don't know.
We'll have to. How long have you been learning IELTS, please? Oh, who's the other guy?
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're Ming. What's your name?
Ming.
Ming. Okay,
My name
Ming.
is Ming.
I'm Peter, and Miss Zong is there. So, how many other people in the class? I said there was 5. Is that right?
I remember that we have 3 students.
Only 3, and me 4 plus the boss. That's 5. Okay, that's probably right. All right, now guys, I got to know a bit about you. I'm Peter. I'm from New Zealand. You know where New Zealand is?
Yes, teacher.
Where is it, please? Where is
Uh,
New?
New Zealand is near Australia.
Very good. Yes, it is. Thank you. And I've been teaching IELTS. Well, I started off teaching IELTS in China when they had it there, but you guys only started IELTS after COVID in Vietnam. Is that right? COVID only became IELTS only became popular in Vietnam after COVID. Is that correct?
I think actually it's have been famous since I guess a long time years ago, 2016.
In Vietnam, in Hanoi.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember that when I was in primary school, an English education, maybe a studio or something, go to my school and teach and talk about IL when I was in primary school, maybe in 20 and 2015 or 16.
But on my view as a teacher, I've been teaching IELTS. Well, when COVID, I was here in classroom before COVID come along, and when COVID came here, I had to leave, so I went back to New Zealand. But I never taught IELTS until after I got back here, after everything started up again, after Vietnam opened the border. Does that make sense? I never taught IELTS here until after Vietnam opened the border from COVID. Does that make sense?
It might make sense because we actually know about IL when since we were in the primary school. It's come pretty early in my country, I guess.
Yeah, but it never became popular until, well, in my opinion, it never became popular until after COVID. Because that's when I've been teaching IELTS ever since. Even online during COVID, I was teaching IELTS. And then when the border opened, I came back to Vietnam. And we were teaching IELTS blended classrooms. That was, I'd be teaching the classroom, in the classroom, and the class was broadcast also over the internet. So it was quite a good little system there. But that was only that was only like last year, or was it the year before last, when Vietnam let us back in again? Does that make sense? Well, now on okay. That's me anyway. Anyway, I normally teach writing and speaking, and sometimes listening. But I don't normally teach reading, because you guys can read okay, can't you? Zong? Ming, can you read okay? You must be able to. Ming, talk to me.
Uh, I'm not sure about my reading skills. I think it's my worst skill. I think
Reading.
yes.
What about writing? Is that pretty good?
No.
Oh, I know. Most people have more, well, in my view anyway, most people have more problems with writing than with reading. What about you, Miss Zhong, please? What do you think? Do you like reading or writing or speaking? Which part is the most difficult for you, please?
I think it's speaking for me.
Speaking. Is your writing's pretty good?
I think it's quite good.
Well, I hope you guys don't use AI, Chat GBT to write your essays, practice runs. Okay, so you think speaking's your low one, and you reckon, Ming, you say reading is your problem task in IELTS, is reading.
Yeah, I think I have in every skill I have some problem that I haven't. I
You haven't? Hang on, is your speaker still going? I can hear you, see your lips moving, but I can't hear you. Maybe there's
Loa
more.
có vấn đề rồi.
Zong, can you hear me? Talk to me, please, Miss.
Yes.
Oh, I can hear you, but Ming, I can't hear you. Can you hear Ming?
I guess Ming micro is broken or something.
Oh, pull your microphone out and plug it in again, please. Can you hear me, Ming? Pull your mic out and plug it back in, please. Or you might have to he's reloading again. That's all right. All right, Mao Zong. Now are you a secondary? What class or school are you in now, please, Miss Zong?
I'm in high school now, moving to grade 11 this year.
Grade 11. So next year is your last year. Now, why are you learning IELTS, please?
So I can
So you can get a better band for university.
So that I can get a certificate for my university exam. Like that.
Are you going to use your IELTS band or your IELTS band when you as reference when you go to university, when you apply for university?
Yes.
Very good. Most students in grade 11 are doing that. You have to sit the test. Sorry, but you have to do the test this year, grade 11, because next year you're going to be too busy. Okay? I think from all the other students say year 12 is quite busy. Is that correct? You got the end of school test plus your university test plus a whole bunch of other tests.
Yes.
So I would recommend you sit the IELTS test this year, year 11. All right, now Ming, talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. Yes. Switch your volume up a bit, please. I got you.
I think the problem is because I have connected two microphones to my computer. I think.
Oh, okay. At least you know what you're doing. That's the main thing. All right, now why are you learning, or what year, or what school, or what grade are you in, please, Ming?
I will go to grade 11 this year.
So you're grade 10
Yeah, I
now,
have
finished.
10.
You finished
Yes.
grade 10,
Yes,
and you're going to starting grade 11.
yes.
Now, Ms. Zung, are you starting grade 11 or are you finishing grade 11
I started grade 11.
this year?
Yes.
In August or whenever it is, July, June, July. When is it? August you go back to school or July?
Yes. August.
Oh, August.
Go back
Okay,
in
okay.
August.
All right, now Ming, you're the same. You're year 11. As I said to Miss Zong, you should take if you're going to take the test, IELTS test, do it this year 11.
Yes, teacher.
Because most of the students, they don't do it in year 12 because there's too many tests, too much to do in year 12 when you're trying to get into university. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes,
Or-
teacher.
The other thing is, it only lasts for 3 years. You know, the results are only valid for 3 years. You know that? Or they changed it?
Can you say again?
When you take the IELTS test, you sit the IELTS test, the results are only valid for 3 years. You know that?
I don't know. I haven't known about that before.
And now, Ms. Zong, is that correct? Do you know that?
Yes.
So, yeah, it's only valid for 3 years. So you either take the test now, this year, year 11, to get into university, or you take the test year 3 in university. So you can use the IELTS test to get a job. You understand that?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, now that also it's around $200, so you don't want to take it too many times. They should change that anyway, because 3 years for a test like IELTS is ridiculous, I think. Anyway, are there any any questions, please, about, can you understand me? All right, Ming, can you understand me?
Yes, teacher.
No problem.
Yes, no problem.
All right, Ms. Zong, can you understand me, all right?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Well, I can understand you. I got you. All right. Now, with the speaking test, the most important thing you must do, or you must realize, is the examiner is testing your spoken English. They are not testing your facts. Okay? You understand that? It doesn't matter. You can actually make up the answers, but as long as it's in good English, your proper English, you'll get a good band, even if the answers are wrong. They are not judging your general knowledge, they're not judging your ability to answer questions, they're just judging your English or your English level, that's all. You must realize that. Now, do you understand what I mean, please? Ming, do you understand?
Yeah, yes, teacher.
And Miss Zong, you understand that?
Yes, teacher.
Now, I will tell you that many times because a lot of people get hung up, especially on part 2, when they got to have when they have a test, when they have to give their 2-minute speech. The speech doesn't have to be correct. It doesn't have to be accurate. It doesn't even have to be, well, it has to. All it has to be is in proper English. That's all. So when you give your little 2-minute speech, make sure it's in proper English. Forget the facts. You can make them up. And even most of the books, most of the IELTS books will say the same thing too. They will say you can make up the answers as long as they're in good English. They will not affect, should not affect your band. Now that is very important. I will admit the only thing is in writing, task 1. Writing, you have to be accurate when you are analyzing the maps or the graphs or the charts. When you in part one, task one in writing, you analyze your graphs or pictures or maps, whatever, and if your analysis is wrong, that will be used against you. But I think that's the only time where you have to be correct, is task one. Even task two, writing, it doesn't matter. In speaking, they are, as I said, they are testing your English ability. That's all. Not your general knowledge. So don't panic about the answers, okay? Make sense? Now this week we're supposed to be talking about what are we talking about? We're supposed to be talking about your family or something. The other thing is here, if you don't know each other, it's very difficult talking about your family. I don't like talking about families because you guys probably know each other outside your school. But in the test, the examiner does not care. He does not know you. All he knows about you is your name and your number. And that's it. So you can make up whatever you like, okay? So in part one, I hope you realize this, part one is questions are easy, simple, and are designed to make you confident, okay? That's all. They're not designed to trip you or trick you or anything. They're designed to make you confident and make you start talking. So they're always very simple. Part one speaking is very simple. And the other thing is, a lot of the questions, I'm going to give you a question. Right, Ms. Zong, this is the question. Do you come from a large or small family, please? Ms. Zong.
I come from a small family with only my parents, me, and my siblings.
How many siblings?
One.
No, is that a brother or sister?
Sister.
Siblings. That is one word I don't like people using that word siblings, because it's an old word and it's actually been delegated to the end of the dictionary. So when you use siblings, you must say which one or what male, female, brother, sister, or whatever, older or younger than you, okay? You can't just say siblings. Now, when you talk about your siblings, you must now talk about your sister, please. Your sister is? Okay. All right, Ming, please. Ming? Is he still there? Ming, talk to me.
Yes.
All right, Ming, do you come from a large or small family, please?
I come from a small family. My family includes my parents, me, and my younger brother.
Or age?
My parents are all over 40, and I am. This year I will go to grade 11, and my younger brother will go to grade 4 this year.
Well, how old is grade 4?
He is 9 years old.
So you're grade 11, you are 15, 16, is that right? Are you
Yes.
16? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, now back to you, Ms. Zong. New question is, who are you most similar to in your family, please? Ms. Zong.
The people I most similar to in my family is my little sister. She is 7 years old, different than me, different from me.
Now, you can't say
And
that. 7 years old, different from me. That doesn't make sense.
different than or
She is 7 years old, and then you said difference from me. You don't need that part. Do you understand?
yes.
So just say 7 years old. So who is the most similar? Who are you most similar to in your family, please? Your little sister?
My
Sorry.
little sister.
Because?
Mm. I start to take care of her when I was still in primary school. She's still try in the elementary school right now. So uh, uh, so since we still have some argument with each other, I still feel familiar with her more than my parents.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. Thank you, thank you. When you said 7 years old, difference from me, you'd have to say 7 years old. You're 16, 17. You're 17, so 10 years younger than you or something. When you add on that one. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, now Ming, what do you reckon? Who are you most similar to in your family, please?
The person I'm most similar to in my family is my younger brother because I sometimes kind of awkward and my parents sometimes uh, say something to me that I am sometimes Julius or something like that. The, so the most person I similar to is my brother, and he and the one reason that I most similar to my brother that me and him have some has the same hobby like playing video games, reading books, or playing football, and sometimes he is um, so cute but sometimes noisy, and he helped me a lot for my housework. Eh, That's all.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. What video games do you play, please? What video games do you play? Do you play English games or Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese games?
Uh, uh, we often play games on my PSP, PlayStation Portable, which has been bought by my father for 9 years ago.
PS what? The PS3, PS or PS? Which one? Mobile?
PSP, PS Portable.
Oh, portable. Oh, PS portable. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's you. Oh, thank you. Oh, would you like to answer the next question, please? Now, do you prefer to go out with family or friends, please? Did you hear that, Ming? Do,
Me,
do,
yes.
do you prefer to go out with family or friends? Now, in the exam, they will not. The only time they will re-say the question is if you ask. Okay?
I prefer to go out with my friends and my family. Uh, prefer to go out with my friend to my family because when I go out with my friend, I can feel relaxed and I can feel more relaxed than with my family. And when I go out with my friend, the we can share our hobby together and talk the thing some interesting thing that are suitable for my age. But when I go out with my family, we need to I need to be polite. If I not polite, my parents will argue me.
Okay,
That's all.
okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now Miss Zong, please. Do you prefer to go out with family or friends, please?
I prefer to go out with my friends than my family. Okay, even um, I I'm not feel comfortable to go out with my parents. uh, and my mother even want me to go out with my friend. And since I hang out with my friend, I can do whatever I want and talk about uh, various various no, no, various
Yeah, various is
uh,
right. Various things or various topics. Yeah, that's correct.
various topic uh, with my friends. Yes,
Like what? Example, please. Example of various
about
topics. Boys.
example about video game or maybe anime that we are both watching.
Oh, very good. Now, which anime are you watching now, please? Or what is your favorite anime, please? Japanese anime.
I think I have pretty much. I'm not sure, but I often watch vacation anime. I know.
Pardon? What was that word? Which anime?
No, no. Let me find.
Just remember you.
It's a reincarnation anime.
Reincarnation anime. Do I know that one?
No, it's a genre.
Genre.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not the name of an anime. It's a genre.
yeah, yes.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Because I do think I watch anime too, mainly because my daughter's only early 20s and she's forever watching anime, so I got to watch it too. So I know a bit about the anime. Okay, now what video games do you play, please?
We both play Genshin Impact. It's like a game for China. It come from China.
What's it called again?
And Genshin Impact.
Jesse Input. No, I don't. Would you speak Chinese?
Uh,
No, or Japanese. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, now you can answer the next question while you're here, please. When did you last celebrate a special event with your family, please? Ming. Oh, not Ming. Ms. Dong, please. Could you answer that question, please?
what question, teacher?
When did you last celebrate a special event with your family, please?
My celebrate with my family.
Yeah, something you did together.
I think the last time we celebrate with my family is uh, in Tet holiday. We it's like our traditional day for New Year's.
Okay, now you can say a bit more about your Tet holiday. What else do you do? Where do you go and all that sort of stuff, please?
We decorate our house and cook traditional foods.
Like
In chưng khế, like bánh chưng.
what's that? Is that sticky rice or
It's
something?
yeah, it's a sticky rice to a form of a cake.
Oh, I know the yellow one. Is that the yellow stuff? The yellow sticky rice. No.
Maybe it's a green.
Oh, the green.
It's often green.
Oh, green. Okay, I've eaten the yellow sticky rice. I don't know about the green one. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now Ming, when did you last celebrate a special event with your family, please?
The last time we celebrate a special event together was in my birthday party. In my birthday, went out to eat eat out and have a good dinner at Gogi. Is beef. We eat beef and some hot pot. And the best memory on that day is when we pay for the meal. My mother have some problem with her voucher, and my family need to wait wait for the restaurant to solve the problem for about 1 hour or
What,
more
what,
than that.
what was the problem? What the bank didn't?
The restaurant can my mother voucher cannot use as the restaurant and the I think and the company that sent that voucher to my mother said that is the restaurant problem, and the restaurant need to solve it for my mother, and we need to wait for the restaurant for about 1 hour.
So you were on a special voucher or something, free voucher,
Mm, yes,
but it wasn't free.
that voucher was about 1.5, and after eating milk, we go to eat some.
I think my speaker's gone all funny. Right now, can you hear me? No. Hang on, hang on. The heck's wrong with this thing? No one can. Oh, damn. That's
I can hear you right now. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Now, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, sorry about that. There was just a bit of a hiccup with my connection. Okay, okay. Now you had a special event and you screwed up with the voucher card. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you both had that one. Now that's part one. Part one. They're just easy, simple questions designed to make you talk and to make you confident. And as I keep saying, there's no right or wrong. There's no right answer. Oh, hang on. There's no wrong answer. The only wrong answer is no answer. So you've got to learn to just talk in English and make up an answer if there's nothing you can talk about. I mean, that's very important for the IELTS test. The more you can make up, the more you're going to make it. That's both parts of the test. Okay, now that's part one. Now don't panic about part one. I hope you don't. I hope you don't panic about part one. Can you still hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, okay. Don't panic about part one. Just talk. That's all the examiner wants to know is he's only testing your English ability. He doesn't know anything about your family. He doesn't know anything about what you do on TED holiday or whatever. So you've just got to talk. That's all. Now, I don't want to do part two at the moment. That's the 2-minute talk. So I'm going to go over to part three. Now, part three is slightly difficult. I'm on camera. It's slightly difficult because you sometimes the questions are quite advanced, they are, and you have to answer the questions, and sometimes the examiner will ask you additional questions related to what you're talking about. Do you understand that? So you have to be completely with it with part 3. You okay there, Ming?
Can you say about part three again, teacher?
Pardon?
Can you say about part three again? I would like to hear about it more carefully.
Hang on, I have to change something. I don't know what's wrong with my system, but it's not working. Hang on. Oh, I got the wrong one. Don't worry about it. Hang on, I'm going to stick it back in again. I don't know what's wrong with my machine. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can
Yes.
hear you.
Oh, heck. What about you, Miss Song?
Yes, teacher.
No problem?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, I don't know. There's a bit of noise in the background here. Now, I was a bit held up getting back to my home, so I'm actually in a restaurant. Sorry about that. That's what the noise is all about. Now, part 3. Now, with part 3, the answers are more specific and are not general, but it doesn't matter. You can make up the answers, okay? And usually they're bringing in past tense or future tense. So don't mess up your tenses, please, okay? All right, now, who spoke the last one? All right, now, all right, you were the last one. All right, now, Miss Sung, please. In what ways have families in your country changed in the last 20 years, please? Did you hear?
20 years ago, the family type in Vietnam were mostly extended family, but then in recently, since the children decide to move to live live alone from their parents. Their families type slightly change to nuclear family.
Love the word nuclear family. So you are the nuclear family. Okay, so that's the 20 years. Okay, thank you. All right, now Ming, what do you reckon? In what ways have families changed in the past 20 years in your country, please? Ming.
I think that about 20 years ago, from 20 years ago to nowadays, I think there not many change in family because I I just can the I think that 20 years ago people the smartphone not popular like nowadays, and the people in the family can share their time together more frequently. But now, following the development of smartphone or TV or computer, people are spend more time with the modern technology and spend less time together. I think so.
Okay, that's probably right too, yeah. Now, yes, the internet has changed everything. Okay, thank you. Now, I want you to answer the next question because you're first. Now, it's this one. Should husbands and wives have different roles within the family? You understand that? Ming, should husbands and wives have different roles within the family?
Uh, uh, I think that 20 years ago, the modern would be the breadwinner in the family, but nowadays, both men and women can go out to work and earn money to feed the family. I think.
They both, yeah, nowadays, yeah, the families, the parents both work nowadays. Is that right? Usually, not like before. Okay, thank you, thank you. Now, what do you reckon, please, Miss Zong? Should husbands and wives have different roles within the families, please?
I don't think they. I don't think it's necessary.
Necessary.
I don't think it's necessary for both husband and wife must have a different or specific role in family. They, they can go off. They can work and make money for the family. Uh, also take care of the house.
Very good. Yes, husband. Well, normally well, you don't have it in your country, but in the West we have the garden. Mum looks after the garden, and the husband mows the lawns. Do you understand that? Mow the lawns,
Yes.
cut the grass. Okay, thank you, thank you. Now you answer the next one, please, Ms. Song. What conflicts can arise within a family, please?
Mm,
You understand conflicts?
no.
Disagreements, or where people start yelling and screaming at each other. Mummy and daddy get all upset over something. So, what
I, th-
conflicts can arise within a family, please?
I think the in my opinion, the common conflict in the family is about gender discriminate between yeah, men and women and their role in family. Like they have
They
uh,
have,
like since they have a stereotype thought about men breadwinner man and a housewife. This can make a conflict to the and of to both of the family from the father and the mother side also with their children.
well, uh, normally, well, in the West anyway, I don't know about in your country, but the West, the biggest problem is money. Money causes lots of problems in the family when you run out of money, especially now when everything's so expensive. You're quite lucky in Vietnam. I think your prices haven't gone up very much, whereas overseas they have gone up incredible. That's money, and there's a lot of problems within families, with families running out of money now. Okay, thank you. Now, Ming, please, what do you think? What conflicts can arise within a family, please?
I think that there are many conflicts uh, cause big cause in the family, but I think the main reason is because uh the 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 maybe the husband can enjoy his hobby too much, like eating with with his friends or play with his friends too much, and left his wife alone to take care the, their son or their daughter alone. So that can make his wife kind of stressed, and that cause conflict in family, or maybe the son or daughter studying not very not very good, and that also can cause conflict in family.
Yeah, that's right. The kids at school, if something happens at school, then we have problems. And what's happened here? Lots I'll speak in farm. What I know? I just got a message, but I don't know who sent it. Farm, is that you? Who's farm? Is that the boss?
I think it's me, but I don't know why she called me. I'm literally in the class.
Oh, okay, that's good. All right, now that was conflict in the family. Now I'd like you to. Where is this one here? Could you answer the next question, please? Now, Ming, it's your turn to go first. What role do grandparents play in the family in your country? Ming, please.
My country, grandparents are some people that we need to take care and make them happy. Uh, and they and sometimes they go to their son or their daughter houses to take care for their grandson or granddaughter. And also in the grandparents house also where the mother and the father gets the son or the daughter to in state holiday, like get the family to I think that the grandfather and grandmother house is where all the family go uh all the family be together in some special event, I think.
Okay. It's grandparents. So the grandparents look after the children. Is that right? Do
Yeah.
your grandparents look after you, or when you were little, they look after
Uh,
you?
yeah, they look after me from I was born to when I was 6 years old. I very love them very much.
Oh, very good. Thank you. All right, now, Ms. Zong, what role do your grandparents play in the family, please?
Since we are live as a nuclear family, my grandparents is uh, sometimes they take care of their grandchild because my uncle and aunt have gave birth and they need someone to take care of their child when they're at home at work.
And anything else?
That's all.
Okay, yeah, so your grandparents look after your uncle's kids while they're at
Yes.
work. So your uncle's
Okay.
children are quite young.
Yes.
Okay, we're still on. All right, could you answer the next question, please? Now, in what ways might the lives of elderly people be different in the future? Now, this is a future tense question, okay? They're testing your future if you use the future tense, or it's normally present future. Okay, so in what ways might the lives of elderly people be different in the future, please? Ms. Zong.
I don't understand much about the question.
Well, in what ways might the lives of elderly people be different in the future? In the West, your country, or I noticed that in China, I used to work in China, the elderly people are put in homes, the same as in the West. When my parents were put into a home, and they died in the home, but that's normal in the West. Now, in your culture at the moment, your grandparents usually live with one of the children. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, how will that change in the future? What do you think will happen when you're married and have kids? What do you think your parents would be? What would your parents do with you, please?
Um, my parents will live in the house and live with their children if they want to do that, or or they can just live alone together.
But do mo elder, in my knowledge, anyway, in Vietnam, a lot of the elderly grandparents live with their children and their grandchildren. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that the same in your family? Is your, like you said,
Yes.
your
The
uncle? Is
same with
that
my
your?
family.
Yeah, that's.
Same.
I think well that might change in the future when everyone decides to start making lots and lots of money. All right, thank you, thank you. All right, now Ming, please. What do you think? In what ways might the lives of elderly people be different in the future, please?
I think in the future, elderly people would like to enjoy their hobby and do what they haven't haven't do what they haven't done when they were young. Like my mother, she already told me that uh, don't don't call me to take care of your son or your daughter. Just call me to
Already.
uh, yeah, just call me for eating or vacation. And like my father, my grandmother and grandfather, they don't want to live with the son and the daughter. They want to live alone, and until they have cannot do anything.
That.
Like
Sorry, carry on.
they want to live by themselves and don't want to live with their son or their daughter until they cannot do anything, like they be some sick or some um or they until they are very old and cannot take care of themselves.
Okay, so your mother has already told you that she's not going to look after your kids.
Yeah.
That's unusual. Is that you? Is that usual or unusual?
I think I don't know because just my mother told me about that, and my father told to me and my brother that in the future he will go uh, to his hometown, to our hometown, and be a farmer and don't live with me or my brother.
I think he will change when he gets the grandkids. Most grandparents want to look after the grandkids. Well, that's here in the West. I don't know about I don't have much to do with old people in Vietnam, really. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, no, hang on. We've got this next question, please. Who do you think should be responsible for the care of the elderly, the family or the government, please? Ming.
I think both the government and family have responsible to take care of elder people, but family has more more than the government because the elderly people is the ones that are older and older than other people in the family, and they have the maybe DNA, and if the elderly people cannot take care themselves, the people in the family need to help him or her. I think that their duty.
Pardon? You think that they?
I think that they, because um my in my country there are a lot of sentences that uh sentences that about the relationship in the family, and the relationship uh, in family in my country is very important, and I think take care the elderly people in family is the younger duty.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I think that's the way it is now. I don't know what it's going to be like. Oh, okay, it's not changing that fast in Vietnam, so I think you'll be all right. Even though your mum don't want to look after your kids, I reckon she will. Really? Thank you. It's not changing that fast in Vietnam, is it? The grandparents still look after the children, the grandchildren. Is that correct?
Uh, yeah, yes, my neighbor has just born a child, and the grandparents go to my flat to go to my apartment, to my neighbor room to take care their grandson.
That's normal. Yeah, that's right. Same here, same here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now, Ms. Dong, please. Who do you think should be responsible for the care of the elderly, the family or the government, please? Ms. Dong.
The people that's most suitable to take care of the elderly is their children, and their family, because I think that the government can take care and pay attention to all the elderly in their whole country. That's,
But they don't. Did you get the pension, or do your parents or your grandparents get money from the government?
no, my grandparents got money for my parents.
Yeah, in the
That's
West.
like
Pardon?
yeah, it's pardon maybe some elderly will receive
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
money from the government if their job were a teacher, or they were in
Minority, yeah.
minority.
Is that right? Minority, you got your 94 minority or something. No. A 90. How many minorities you got in Vietnam? It's quite a lot. Hang on.
Sure.
My
not sure.
country have 54 ethnic. Maybe.
Oh, 50.
I think I 50.
I think that's right, because I went to that ethnology museum before, and that's about the ethnic groups in Vietnam, isn't it? Ethnology museum or something
Yes,
in
yes.
Hanoi somewhere. I've
Yeah.
been there twice. Okay. Now the other thing, part two. We don't have time for part two, but when we do part two, that means you got 1 minute. They give you a minute, and they time you. Okay, they give you a minute to formulate your speech or your 2-minute talk. and then they give you you're allowed 2 minutes. Now you don't have to worry about the time, because the examiner will tell you. He'll say to you, when your 1 minute is up, he will say, words that you can start, you can stop, you can start talking now, or you can start giving your speech now. He will say that. And when the 2 minutes is up, he will tell you, look, that's 2 minutes is up, we can finish now, okay? So you don't have to worry about the time. A lot of people worry about the time, but don't bother worrying about the time, because you're not allowed your phone in the room, and you might be allowed to watch. But most people, like you young people, if you lose your phone, you don't know what's going on. So, but you're not allowed your phone in the examiner's room. So don't panic about the time, okay? And the biggest problem with part 2 is you guys repeat. When you run out of things to say, you repeat yourself. Don't. Don't. You've got on what they call it, the cue card, there is a list of 3, or basically there's 4 parts, and you should be able to rattle it off if you just follow the profile there. We'll get back into that later. Now also, I'm recording this, and you guys are not using avatars, so when I put it up on, you don't mind if I put it up on YouTube as public, do you? Or do you want me to put it up as private, the video? Do you understand YouTube? What normally, for me, when I do the video, I put it up on YouTube under public so anybody can watch it. If I put it under private, I think only you 2 can watch it. I'm not sure. But since you are...
Do you gonna edit it? Will you?
Pardon?
Maybe.
Say that again, please, Ms. Dong.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. Maybe perhaps.
No, the video is recorded. It's not recorded by Skype. It's recorded on I use an external recorder because the Skype doesn't show the book. And if you look at the recording, you should be able to see the questions I asked you. Does that make sense? If I just use the recorder on Skype, all it does is show us, and that's it, talking. It doesn't show the book or anything like that, the list of questions. But when I use the third-party recorder, it's quite a good one. Well, it's okay. You can read the question. You should be able to read the questions that I've asked you. Also, I don't like. Even on Skype, I can't record my screen. I can't share my screen, so you can't. I don't share my screen because I don't want you to see the questions. I want you to answer the questions from me saying the questions. Do you understand that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now, are there any questions, please? What's the time? 30. Are there any, have you got any questions or anything? You got a bit of time? No, we aren't really. Talk to me, Ming. Have you got any questions, please? Ming.
I think I have no question about this lesson.
Okay, now there was something you said that was not right. You look after, what do you say, for the grandkids or of the grandchildren? I think you said the wrong one. I think it was supposed to be of the grandchildren, but you said for the grandchildren. I can't remember what the exact question, the exact sentence was. But normally your speaking is quite good. There's no problem. Well, no problem really. You can answer the questions. You like talking. I can understand what you say. There is a bit of a... No, there's no problem with the flow. You understand flow?
Yes.
The flow, your flow is quite good. There's no problem there, really.
Yeah.
Okay, now Ms. Zong, I think your problem is you didn't understand the questions more
Yes.
than so. That like that one word which was conflicts. They do in part 3. They do bring in different words, bigger words. See, and if you can, you have to fake it. Understand? Fake, make it up, because the examiner cannot test your English ability if you don't talk. Okay, and you can ask the examiner, like conflicts. You could ask the examiner, like, "Sorry, sir," or "Sorry, I don't know the meaning of that word, conflicts," and he will say another word like war zone or conflicts, disagreements or something arise within a family. But that's don't panic about it. I don't want you panicking. I just want you to learn to talk even though you don't know what you're talking about. Does that make that might sound silly, but in the IELTS test it will get you a band, as opposed to not answering, which will not get you a band. Okay? Okay. All right then. Thank you. Any questions, please, Ms. Zong?
No, teacher.
No, I think your pronunciation is very good, very clear. It is. It's quite good. We'll try to make. And then what do you ask after 6.5 in IELTS?
Yes, 6.5.
Yeah, most people want 6.5. Okay, okay, thank you. All right, Ming, anything else?
IELTS what teacher?
Pardon?
Can you say what IELTS?
And what band are you looking for? What band do you want?
I looking for as much as I can. I think I looking for is 6.5.
Pardon?
I think the minimum is 6.5, but I can try to be higher than that.
Well, I always try 6.5 at minimum, yeah. Past 6. Most people going to university want 6.5. So that's what I aim for. And hopefully, depending on the test, you should be able to get more than that during the test. As long as you answer, you're okay. You do not answer. Do you understand that? The only wrong answer is no answer for speaking. Okay then, guys. So I'll catch you next Wednesday evening at 8:30. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Hopefully there won't be so much noise next time, because I should be home. Okay then, thank you. I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Goodbye, teacher. See
Yeah,
you
goodbye.
next week.
Yeah, goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you next week. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. That's all right. Yep. Now they stop that. Stop that. Yeah. Stop this. Stop recording.